I wasn't planning to talk about this, to be honest. But watching Hidden Rivalry stayed with me. At first, I didn't, it was hard for me to connect to because there was something that they said that I couldn't connect. And then I go, social media exploded. And everybody's talking about this show, and these guys are talking about this show, and all the women talking about this show, the straight men talking about this show. And I was like, you need to sit down and watch this show. The second time, I just stopped resisting. I fell into the characters. I understood what he was doing. That happened to me before with Roma. I didn't connect the first time, but it stayed with me. And when I returned, it made me differently. What really stayed with me was something else. It felt like a door was opening, not for one show, but for many voices that is coming. They're coming behind. For a long time, queer writers have been negotiating how much truth is too much, whether it's worth telling the story, only few people might see it. In the hesitation, it's not about ego, it's about survival. It's about the cost versus the reach. So this changed that calculation, and that what makes me so optimistic. Not because everyone will watch, but because the work no longer needs permission to exist. So I caught myself a couple of days ago. I'm writing not the next one, the one after. Not the one that is upcoming, spring. That one is already finished and I didn't have to negotiate. I didn't have to. The story, it works the way that it is. There was not a discussion for that project. For the projects coming after that, I was seeing myself a couple of days ago outlining the story, and I'm like, can do this because now you had to bring a female into the project, so it's not like a gay book, right? And I don't have to do that anymore. And I did it with All Nights Die Young. I have to negotiate with society. And he said, this is too gay. You need to bring this female into the story, so it would be more. And I said, okay, I did it. It worked, and I think that character in that book is amazing and is very multidimensional. So she's not just a filler. I ended up finding a way to give her weight and to give her depth into the story. So she's not a filler. I'm not trying to find. I don't like the filler characters. She's not a filler. She has her own universe inside her, and that's was brought to the story. But for the next one, for the one that I'm gonna start writing in January 20th, for that one I needed to, so I was gonna bring this female to the project. Now I don't have to do that. And I don't feel that I have to do that. And I don't have the pressure to do that. Now I don't have to negotiate with society. Can I write this? What if people would like this or not? Because this Rachel Reed and Hidden Rivalry, the team, the people, the actors, everything in this project just proved something very different. So the door is open for authors, for filmmakers even, to bring those stories because there's an appetite. For me, it's so interesting and so beautiful to watch straight men talking about these matters. Women getting crazy about this love story. And so it's very inspiring and it's very captivating and it's very and optimistic for all of us that were coming behind with stories that matters. And so I have to say that that show really changed something very deep in how we consume books and how we consume stories. Because at the end of the day, the work exists and is presented to you. So you arrive to the work. It's not the work arriving to you. This is the universe that we're telling. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to read. You're welcome to watch. You're welcome to stay. But it's are arriving to the work. So the work is truth. It's honest to itself. This show just proved that this is a good time for writers to tell these stories and to tell the truth, and people will take it. And the hardest part about this, kind of, you will think, is the sex scenes and the kissing and all of that. That's the thing that is being perceived as a good thing. I don't see anybody complaining about, oh, there's so many sex scenes, and nobody's saying that. And that is so true. That is the truth of our community. Yeah, it's the truth. That's a reality. Sex is so important for us. Yeah, I don't know about straight people, but I don't know about straight people. I think it's more complicated for men to get laid than for gay men to get laid, I think. I don't know. But that's very exciting for a new beginning for writers and filmmakers. So that's great.